City Council member Ora Houston represents part of East Austin. She says she knows the families affected by the explosions and is asking everyone to keep them in their thoughts and prayers.
This is not about connections, who did it, why did they do it. It's about 3 families that have lost loved ones and have people still in the hospital. In my community, people are just kind of, they haven't exhaled yet because they don't know when is the next something going to happen, and we don't know.
All 3 packages exploded east of I-35.
That's the same area that was segregated decades ago. In 1928, the Austin City Council created a plan that pushed the black population east of what is now Interstate 35. That was the only option to continue receiving city services. With
the 90th anniversary of the plan approaching, Councilmember Houston says it's important to know the history. As KXAN's Kylie McGivern reports, it's something that she'd like everyone to remember, with big decisions like Code Next coming up that will shape the city's future.
Inside this drawer, pieces of East Austin's history.
Like this is East 11th, that looks like the 50s though.
Pictures that give perspective. East 12th and Airport.
I'm the only one out of the neighborhood that's still living. It was all black.
11th and Chacon.
When I come here, it was dirt. The street out there was made out of dirt.
More recent changes don't require the archives. A visible disconnect between old and new. I-35, a painful reminder of what once severed this city, and if you ask Councilmember Ora Houston, still does.
I grew up in a segregated Austin on East 11th Street. I went to segregated schools in Austin, and so that is part of my DNA. Look at the impact. 90 years later, we're still dealing with some of the disparities and equities.
Is it painful at all to get the sense that some people have no idea the history here?
It makes me tear up because people are so oblivious to the history of this community, and all they see is the shiny new things and the tall buildings and the cranes.
Not the families hanging on to longtime family homes by a thread.
If you do not go back to that plan, you cannot see then the trajectory that we're headed.
Community advocate Margarita Desierto sees the value in looking to the past as Austin determines its future. She's working on a dissertation about the 1928 plan.
The crossroads is that I think you really have to change the culture of the way city planners think.
I want people to think about that plan every time they make a decision about building, where they build, how they build, what impact that may have.
Decisions that will become part of Austin's history. Kylie McGivern, KXAN News.
Councilmember Houston plans to present a proclamation to the community on Thursday, the 90th anniversary of the 1928 master plan.
And as more people move into Central Texas and Travis County, you can see how one group is growing in proportion to the others. Take a look at the numbers from the Texas Demographic Center. Whites make up the largest group in Travis County, as followed by Hispanics, then blacks. From 2011 to 2015, the numbers of both whites and blacks rose at about 7 to 8%. There was a noticeable change among Hispanics. The group saw a growth rate nearly double during that same time. There has also been a noticeable change within the Austin city limits. From 2000 to 2010, the black population dropped about 5%. That was the only racial group to show a decline. The Asian population increased the most. The city says there is no ethnic or demographic majority now in Austin. The percentage of whites has dropped below 50%. Fewer families with children live in Austin's urban core. And there's a sharper edge on affluence. The city finds more money moving to the edges of town. At the same time, the number of households earning more money has increased as well.